The big open question about what gets built up, in my mind, is really about political groups. All the really great examples we have now of large-scale, long-term creation of value by loosely coordinated groups, whether it's the Linux operating system or the Apache web server or Wikipedia, they all revolve around intellectual property, right? They all revolve around the kind of contractual obligations that copyright law talks about. When we look at real-world action, people turning out in the streets, it is still organized largely around a culture of protest, whether it's the aftermath of the Iranian elections or it's the corrupt school officials in Sichuan, the Pinguinos and the students turning out in Santiago, the beef protests in South Korea, just this long list of kind of rapidly coordinated protests. What we don't have, though, is we don't have groups turning out and engaging in long-term creation of value of the sort we relied on institutions for. And I think that's because we don't have the incorporating equivalent of copyright, right? Being a corporation, literally an embodiment of a group in society, is the way that the government learns to defer to groups, right? When you incorporate as a business, you suddenly get you get superpowers relative to what you could do as an individual. We don't yet have a way of incorporating groups that gives people the same kind of access to real-world action as the Creative Commons style copyright licenses do for intellectual property. So I think we're going to see a push for more real-world groups using the internet as their organizing tool and gaining some kind of incorporation as a way to participate in society.